Normally, Bernie, I'd say your head's in the clouds, but it's actually above the clouds as of recently.
It is. You know what? I have a telescope. I've been looking at how we're going to terraform Mars. And, well, this is always my favorite segment. Before we talk about how I'm going to be the first meteorologist on Mars, November brings some dramatic events to the night sky, from shooting stars to a bright supermoon.
And joining us with what to watch for is Professor Chris Palma, astronomy and astrophysics professor at Penn State's Eberly College of Science. Good morning. Glad to have you back. We're going to start off with some comets. There's been a lot of chatter, by the way, about one in particular. What is it, and is it really an alien spaceship?
So I hope I'm not going to burst too many bubbles.
We don't want people to know where I came from. Yeah.
So this thing, it's moving through our solar system really fast. It came from a different star system. It's passing through, and it's never going to come back again. And so there are folks, every time we find things like this is the third one, that suggests perhaps this could be an alien spacecraft. But everything we've observed, it's a rock with ice on it. It has a standard comet tail. It looks everything like a comet should and nothing like a spaceship should, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, there's a different view here. All right, the first meteor shower to watch is the Taurids?
Taurids,
the Taurids. What makes them unique, and when is the best time to look?
Yeah, so there's actually two Taurid showers, one right now, tonight, and then the next one a week from now. What makes this one special is that the bigger the piece of rock, the bigger the shooting star, right? So if you've ever seen one before and it looks tiny, that was probably a grain of sand. But this particular shower has the capability of producing what are called fireballs, which are bigger, brighter. Sometimes you can actually hear them, you can see them explode. So if we get lucky, we might see some what are called fireballs or bolides during the Taurids this week and next week.
Well, I'm a Taurus, so that's kind of exciting. All right, we're going to have a supermoon this month. So what makes the moon super, and what can you expect to see?
Sure. I feel like today is my, again, bursting bubbles discussion a little bit too much. I've said before with the supermoon, the moon is sometimes closer to us, sometimes further away. And if we happen to get a full moon on the night when the moon is closest to us, we get a supermoon, which is about 15% bigger than a standard full moon. You really have to make careful measurements to tell. So it's not going to look like you walk outside and go, oh my goodness, this is the best moon I've ever seen in my entire life. But you could tell it's probably going to look a little bigger, a little brighter. But again, any excuse to get people outside looking up at the moon is worth it. So please go look for it.
The Leonid meteor shower peaks mid-month. How active will it be this year, and how can people get the best view?
Yeah. For any meteor shower, your best option is after midnight. So like midnight to 2, 3 a.m. is probably about the best time to look. You want to have as much open sky as possible. So if there's like a big open field, so you can lay back and just look at the entire sky, that's the best way to see the meteor shower. The Leonids are famous because over history, some of the most intense meteor showers ever have come from the Leonids, but we don't expect this one to be out of the ordinary. But even so, you might see 10 or 15 over the course of an hour. So if you're up after midnight and you have a nice view, this will be another shower where there's no bright moon. So you'll have a better view of this one than, say, the Taurids.
Love fall because we've enabled the sky to be a little bit better to view, and when you put those blankets down, it's not as cold to watch up at the sky. Professor Chris Palma, an astronomy and astrophysics professor at Penn State's Eberly College of Science. Thanks again for joining us this morning.
I appreciate all the help you've given me with my telescope. And you know how I'm going to end it, Chris? We are
Penn State.
You're darn right we are.